Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling something pretty fundamental, really. It's about building confidence. Think of this as, well, a way for you to feel more equipped, more self-assured day to day, whatever you might be facing.
Yeah, and we've drawn these ideas from a source that really zeroes in on clarity, courage, purpose, all aimed at boosting confidence.
Right. And our mission here for this deep dive is to look at a set of 5 specific daily affirmations.
Exactly. We want to go beyond just listing them. We want to understand how they actually work, how they can help you practically build that confidence from the inside.
Okay, let's unpack this first one then. It is, I am enough just as I am. In a world that's, constantly showing highlight reels, this feels quite powerful, maybe even a bit radical.
It really is. There's this huge societal pressure, isn't there? To always be achieving more, doing more, being more.
Definitely.
And that pressure, it often fuels this internal feeling of just not measuring up.
Yeah, that not enough feeling.
Exactly. So this affirmation hits that directly. It's about saying, hey, right here, right now, your worth isn't conditional.
So it's not waiting until you achieve X or Y to feel okay. It's now.
Precisely. It's about self-acceptance, which is, foundational for genuine confidence.
Okay, so how does repeating that, day after day actually start to push back against those ingrained feelings of inadequacy? Does it really work?
Well, think about it like cognitive restructuring. It sounds technical, but it's just about changing thought patterns.
Okay.
When you consciously repeat something positive like I am enough, you're actively challenging those old, maybe subconscious negative beliefs.
So you're kind of overwriting the old programming.
In a way, yes.
Yeah.
You're creating new pathways in the brain, gradually shifting how you see yourself at a basic level. It takes consistency, though.
Right. It's not magic, it's practice, like retraining that inner critic.
Exactly.
Okay, so the second affirmation seems to build on this. It's, I believe in my abilities and trust my decisions.
This one leans into self-reliance.
Taking ownership, maybe?
Yeah, owning your capabilities. Psychologists talk about self-efficacy, right?
Yeah.
That belief you can actually do things, handle situations.
Okay.
Affirming, I believe in my abilities, directly strengthens that. And the second part, trust my decisions. That's about autonomy, even when things feel uncertain.
Which they often do. It feels like giving yourself permission to, trust your own judgment.
It is. And it connects to past experiences, too. We've all overcome stuff, right?
Yeah, even if we forget sometimes.
Right. So this affirmation kind of reminds you of that resilience you already have. It taps into that history.
Like building up evidence for yourself, that you can trust yourself.
Exactly. An internal track record.
Okay, number 3 shifts focus a bit. I radiate confidence and positivity. This sounds more outward looking.
It is, but it's still deeply connected to the internal stuff. There's this interesting feedback loop.
How so?
Well, when you consciously try to project confidence, your posture, your tone, your outlook, it actually influences how others respond to you.
Ah, okay. So people treat you differently.
Often, yeah. They might respond more positively, which reinforces your own feeling of confidence. It builds on itself.
Right. That makes sense, like a positive cycle.
And sometimes just acting as if, embodying confidence can actually start to make you feel it internally. It's not about being fake, but
priming the pump, maybe?
Yeah, something like that. The source we looked at used this great image. Being a lighthouse, not a flickering candle.
Oh, I like that. Steady and strong.
Exactly. Projecting that steady, positive energy.
Yeah.
It solidifies things for you too, not just for others. You're choosing to amplify the confidence that's already there, even if it feels small sometimes.
Okay, this next one feels very direct. Number 4. I let go of fear and step into my strength. This sounds like an active choice, a confrontation almost.
It really is. Fear. Well, it holds us back, doesn't it? Often quietly in the background.
Yeah, definitely. It can stop you from even trying things.
Right. So this affirmation brings fear out into the open and says, okay, I see you, but I'm choosing strength instead. That act of letting go is consciously shifting your focus.
It's acknowledging the fears there, but not letting it drive the car, so to speak.
Exactly. You're recognizing it as a feeling, not an absolute barrier. You're choosing courage.
And the source mentioned the contrast between fear often being quiet, insidious, and strength being, powerful.
Precisely. And every time you make that conscious choice, you strengthen the courage muscle. You're reinforcing that pathway over the fear pathway.
So it gets easier over time.
That's the idea, like any practice. Visualizing releasing the fear can help too, apparently. Really picturing yourself stepping into strength.
Okay, the final one. I am proud of who I am becoming. This feels gentler somehow. Focus on the journey.
Yeah, it acknowledges that growth isn't instant. It's a process, right?
Yeah.
And it's often messy, nonlinear.
For sure. 2 steps forward, 1 step back sometimes.
Exactly. So this affirmation encourages you to appreciate the effort, the direction you're heading in, even if progress feels slow or isn't always obvious externally.
So pride not just in achievements, but in the act of growing itself.
It shifts focus from just external results to valuing the internal commitment, the intention you're putting into your development.
That feels important for like sustainable confidence, not just chasing the next win.
Absolutely. It builds a kind of resilience, a self-worth that isn't just tied to what other people think or what you've accomplished lately. It's rooted in your own commitment to becoming.
Okay, so let's recap quickly. We have, I am enough, just as I am.
I believe in my abilities and trust my decisions.
I radiate confidence and positivity.
I let go of fear and step into my strength.
And I am proud of who I am becoming.
These really aren't just, nice words to say. There seems to be a real psychological basis for how they can work.
Right. Think of them as tools, or maybe seeds, like the source suggested, seeds for cultivating a more confident, resilient you. So, for you listening, maybe here's something practical. Why not try repeating these 5 affirmations each day for the next week?
Yeah, just see what happens. Notice any shifts, however small, in how you feel, how you approach things.
And that brings us to a final thought to leave you with. How might consistently focusing your thoughts in this way, using these statements, how might that actually start to change how you see yourself and how you engage with the world, perhaps in ways you haven't even imagined yet?
That's the real question, isn't it? Exploring that potential for intentional interchange.